So I wanted to do a quick video about standings because I seen there was a bit of chatter about people using different ships and how it is they go around doing the standings grinding and stuff. I've seen some ships recommended that are kind of pricey, some that personally I don't think are the best, but there's multiple ways of doing it. So the way I prefer doing it is using a catalyst. This fit cost maybe about 10 million. You can definitely bring that down if you use cheaper ammo, but because I'm not too fussed, I'm just going to load it with faction ammo and go and do the standings in this. And yeah, let's just go around. So what we're looking for really is the torpid sleeper hives, some of the Edencom scout sites, and if Eve Metro has any wormholes up, we're also just going to go and blap them also. So let's get undocked and we'll get started. I'm just going to go from Weira here and I'll be heading down to Radavos. So this is me undocked. First thing I'm doing is I'm going to my probe scanner. You can get it from coming down here, clicking on the scanners and hitting probe scanner there. And what I'm looking for is Torpid Sleeper Hive or possibly one of the Edencom sites. As there's none here, what I can do also is check Eve Metro. We got EAY up, which is here. EAY is a low sec system, high sec system, so this is where we're going to go and check. So let's take the squad down there. What you really want to do is play around with your overview, and you want to be able to see velocity as it is the most important one. When you go to the sites, when they are fresh spawned, the NPCs that you're killing typically will be sleeping unless they've been disturbed. So we're coming onto the wormhole here, velocity is at 0, these are sleeping. I would absolutely recommend waiting just 5-10 seconds, break invals, maybe see if anything happens. But because they're not moving, it's safe to say these things are asleep. So I'm going to go ahead and approach it on all my tunes. And what we're going to do is we're going to kill it. Generally, the bigger the ship, the more standings you're going to get from it. There's also other things such as you have Scout, which is like the lowest standing you can get. State is a little bit higher. If you come to like Elite or Executive or anything, they're generally the best ones. But for doing these, you're not always going to see them, so it's probably easier just going for the biggest ship on field. Once you get nice in range, what you're going to do, lock them up, and we're just all going to shoot them at the same time. Make sure your prop mods are off and decycled. And once it's done, you're just going to blap the ship. Once it dies, you want to warp away to the next gate or next sig as quick as you possibly can. Once this rat dies, the others are going to come alive and they will aggress you. Because the rats are quite aggressive here, there's a good chance you're going to lose a couple of catalysts as well. But, we're going to do this quick and hopefully we'll be fine. Using the 4 catalyst shouldn't take too long. It's definitely possible to just do this on yourself. It does take a little bit longer, but you're fast, you're nimble, the ship's not too expensive, so no worries. What you're listening for is the audio cue to say the ship has died, and you'll hear that before it actually comes off being targeted. You want to warp as soon as you hear it. That's the starting to warp out. As you can see, the velocity's jumped up, the rats are aggressive. They're coming for us, but we're long gone. And let's just go to the next system. Can do the drone swarms, by the way. For me personally, I typically avoid them because the standing ticks are too low. You can go ahead and do them if you want, but just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to be skipping them. On D-scan, we can see we've got a small fleet out here, possibly doing standings as well. The torpid sleeper hives are usually the most popular, so let's have a quick little look here. Nothing's actually in D-scan range anyway, so we're just going to go and find out. Let's go and try the Edencom one. I'm going to warp this one at range. Generally, you want to be warping at range, to be honest, anyway, because it gives you more time to get out if needs be. So, same time as last time, we're going to be watching the velocity. If they're moving, we're just going to go warp to the next site instead. And hopefully when we go to that one, it's not going to be awake. Landing on grid, nothing moving just yet. Which is good. Now, just to be optimal, because we've got two of the exact same, what I'm going to do is I'm going to warp to the other one also. And with luck, I'm going to see a battleship instead of two cruisers, because the battleship's going to give me a better standings tick. You can only have one standings tick queued up from a faction, so if I were to do both of these, I'm still only going to get one tick, because it's one tick coming from Edencom. And lucky me, I've landed here. I've got two battleships. Doesn't look like they're moving. Think I'm going to be okay. Yep, looks good, so let's get moving. Can do in this one is we also have a torpid sleeper hive, which are definitely worth doing. So once we kill this raven, we're going to go to the torpid hive, and then we're going to go to Attila. The reason for this is we can have, like I was saying earlier on, you can have one queued up from Edencom only, but you can also have it from another faction, so it would be perfectly fine to be in Senda and have something from Edencom queued up, and also the drifters, sleepers. So get in range, turn off the prop mods, because we are going to be wanting to warp up quite quickly. And blah. I die, and we're going to get ready to go to the torpid sleeper hive. These ones I'm going to come in at 100, because the torpid sleeper hives are more dangerous than the Edencom ones. Wait for that alarm, and then we're gone. And time to leave. Active. Again, velocity jumped up, completely fine. Make sure you vote for Drake. And let's see what's in this site. Things here, this is a really good sign. Pretty much, if nothing's on grid, you are good to burn in towards the middle. Just give it a little bit, and someone's going to warp in. And they should be sleeping unless anything's changed since I last did this. We're just waiting for the NPC to come in. Shouldn't take too long. Here we go. And let's start burning towards him. Velocity's high, which is fine, as he's just coming in. That's going to go down to 0, and he will not shoot us. Hopefully. Getting nice and close on him. And again, we're just going to blap, and as soon as he's dead, we're going to be heading to Attila. Put off.
Warp drive active.
So come in here, we've got one incipient, which I'm personally going to avoid. Have a quick look for Eve Metro. Is there anything? Maybe. YSG, let's go and take a look here.
Warp drive active.
Okay, I've got Battleship, which is good. Velocity's at 0. These are sleeping, so we're completely good to go. Let everyone get nice up and close. And we're going to blap and head to Gata.
Warp drive active.
Alarm, warping out. Someone's been hit, but didn't get scrammed or anything. Completely fine. And let's jump into Gata.